Hi, this is Heather from Strings and Threads. It's unfortunate that I have to do a video giving a lesson about stealing, but I had something happen this week, so I thought I would prepare a video about it and hopefully it can help other people. I came up with a pattern for this dice bag, and it could be a bag for anything, but I specifically market it as a dice bag in 2014. It took me a long time to perfect it. I looked at many pictures of dragons, and I'm not talking about other people's crochet design dragons, just pictures of dragons in general, cartoons, just whatever was out there. I didn't specifically copy anybody's dragon, but I just was getting ideas on how to do the eyes. It took a lot of trial and error to get the eyes and the eyelid, everything correct so that it looks like a dragon. The snout and the nostrils, I had to figure that out. The antenna, this wasn't something that I just whipped up in one day. That being said, I do sell the pattern for this. I do have a video tutorial on YouTube on how to make this. But the rules are, if you write the pattern in the United States, it is your copyrighted pattern. Other people are allowed to look at it and make it, buy your pattern, be given your pattern, make it and sell it. It's fine. The finished product can be made, it can be sold. The pattern itself cannot, because that's copyrighted. I went on Etsy and eBay, as I do occasionally, to look to see if the people who have been buying my pattern have been making it, because the only thing I ask is if you buy the pattern and you make and sell it, please credit me for the design. Just say I used the pattern. Well, I saw this bag, these nostrils, these eyes with these eyelids, these antenna, or whatever you would call them, horns, listed, and the person had in the listing that it was their pattern. And so I contacted them and I said, hey, look, I have proof, and I do. I had on my Facebook page way back in 2014, I have eBay sales from 2014 that I've been making this since 2014. This is my copyrighted pattern. You know, I said, all I ask is that you please give me credit. And she replied that she did look at the pictures of my design, and since she was able to look at the pictures and recreate it, that it was her pattern. She didn't look at specifically my pattern, but because she could look at my design and make it, that it was her pattern. And she said she was going to sell the pattern. And I said, you can't do that. This is my design. So we went back and forth, and she did put on the Etsy site that she was inspired by me when she made this, but it was her pattern. And on the eBay site, she doesn't say anything about the pattern. She just says, you know, that this is up for sale. She didn't give me credit. She didn't give herself credit for the pattern. When you take somebody else's design, you're taking away all of the time that they put into making it. This person who is selling these, and it's still up for sale, looked at my picture and was like, oh, great, you know, I can make that, and made it and took credit for it. I put hours, weeks, maybe even months, I don't remember, but I know that it was not one day that I was able to fully make this pattern. You know, researching, I had different ties that I would use with them, but researching until I finally came up with a really good system for opening and closing so that it could be secure. I put a lot of thought and detail into these, and it really is devastating just to have it stolen and just so flippant. Well, I can look at your picture and I made my own my own pattern because of your picture. It's still my design, my pattern, my hard work. You looked at one picture. I looked at many pictures, not even of crocheted ones, of just the item, just to come up with some sort of design that was my own, that looked good. I enjoy the challenge of trying to create something. I have a lot of patterns that I've made and that I've put up for sale, and also have put video tutorials so that people can make them. Right now, I'm not getting any monetary benefit from the video tutorials because I just started this, but I'm hoping that maybe if people like my tutorials in the future, maybe there will be enough subscribers and views that I can pay for my yarn or something like that. I'm not making a fortune. My patterns have sold. I haven't made a fortune off of them. Maybe it's enough to be able to buy a little bit more yarn. So please, if you see somebody's design, please give them credit for it. You are allowed to make them. And I encourage, if you've made any of my patterns, I would love to see them. I really do want to see how they turned out for you. And if you sell them, I think that's great. I hope that it works out for you. But I do ask that you please credit me for the design. Maybe other people will see what you've made and they'll want to buy a pattern for themselves, and we can help each other. You used my pattern to make money, and I in turn can make money by selling my pattern. So it can be symbiotic. Let's work together. I don't make a fortune off of these. I hardly make anything. In fact, it's really a hobby. It's not a means of an income. So don't steal what people have made. Thank you for listening. Please feel free to check out my tutorials. I have I have patterns for sale on Etsy and on eBay. So I hope you have a nice day. I'm sorry for the downer of a video, but I think it's really important to put out there that people know that when you take somebody's idea and try to pass it off as your own, you're stealing from them. You're stealing their opportunity to make an income so that you can make an income instead of them. And that's rude, that's greedy. Please, you can work together with the designer. You really can. It can be symbiotic. Let's not fight each other. Let's work together. Thank you for your time.